Hi everyone and welcome to this new video, which is a little bit later than I had hoped for, which has to do actually with the very fact that I'm working on small art museums. As you could see in my last videos, small museums are definitely worth visiting, but their problem is often their accessibility. So my first idea was to visit Museum Mollman in Appingedam, which must be an interesting museum as it is a private collection including some works of Jan Mankes. But the problem was that it is closed until April and only open during the weekends. Next I wanted to go to Museum Drachten in Drachten, which I visited before, and it's a small yet very ambitious museum with surprising exhibitions, but unfortunately it's completely closed for the next few weeks due to a renovation or something like that. Then I had been looking for Museum Belvedere in Heerenveen, which I had never heard of before, but it sounded very prestigious. But it's somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and to get there without a car I would have to call a cab. Seriously. So I was kinda desperate, but then I remembered that there is another small yet interesting museum on graphic art and design. And where it is? Just around the corner. So today I'll bring you to Museum Grit in Groningen. No buses or bikes this time. Today I will walk. Has been existing for quite some years, but only moved to this new and very central location next to the Martini Tower only last year. It aims to guide you through the history of printing techniques, and it was used for both art and the commercial industry. As Groningen was a prominent city when it comes to printing trade, Museum Grit was founded in 1983. The museum clearly focuses on Groningen as well. Besides, experiencing artistic techniques yourself is very important for Grit. Thus the first room you enter is filled with several large printing presses, all from different eras. We can also see examples of lithography and iron letters in different types. You can smell the ink as soon as you open the door. Volunteers are eager to show you how all these clever machines work, and sometimes you can design and make a print yourself. Thus, Grit provides you with a hands-on experience, which is unique, I think. To start your museum not with a normal exhibition space, but with a workplace, is something that I like. In my opinion, the focus in museums is often too much on intentions, ideas and end results, whereas the materiality is so important but often overlooked. Here in Museum Grit, I get a clear feeling of the artistic process, literally, as my hands are still covered in ink. But hey, how often do you actually get the chance in a museum to make something yourself? The building also has this industrial look, and together with the ever-present smell of ink and steam engines, you get an experience that involves all your senses. Nice job, Grit. Upstairs you can see end results again. Here you find exhibitions which often have a relation with Groningen. Currently you can see an exhibition by photographer Elmer Spaargaren. He is famous for his photos of the life in the city of Groningen, which he made for over roughly 4 decades. His favorite topics are the university and its students, and for me it's nice to see so many familiar scenes. But it could have done something about the lighting and the setup, as there is a lot of reflection visible on the pictures now, which is a bit of a shame. Then there is an attic called the Werkman Atelier. Hendrik Nicolaas Werkman is probably one of the most famous artists from Groningen, well known for his colorful art in which he combined printing techniques and painting. Here you can actually take the time to work on your own Werkman-inspired artwork, helped by some volunteers. I was so busy that I didn't film in there, but I really enjoyed making a blue fish on an orange background. Even though it might take a million years to dry. Museum Grit was actually a surprisingly nice museum, even though I was not that much into graphic design. Again, as was the case in Gorsel as well, all the information is in Dutch, but I'm sure the volunteers will be able to explain things to you in English as well. Despite some minor comments, I also think their art exhibition upstairs was really nice, especially after all the activities with the presses downstairs. I really like the emphasis on the hands-on experience, despite all the ink on my hands. The volunteers were all very eager to show me things and to help me, although it might be nicer to do this together with your friends. I had a kind of private guided tour, which is also nice, but of course it's nicer to do all those things together. It's not a museum where you can just lean back and watch. So it might be a good place if you want to do something completely different one afternoon together with your friends or your family, with the emphasis on doing. I wish you a lot of fun, and I'm going to try to wash all the paint off my hands.
Mayfair strange in the morning light, Mayfair strange in a summer night, Mayfair strangest in the afternoon, Mayfair stretching far above, full of fame but lacking love. Could it be we see the Mayfair